Is literally the most crazy epic.
So yeah, $9 trillion of retirees. I don't know if everybody is gonna put money into that, but it's bullish by itself because it could be up to $9 trillion getting into crypto. Any amount of money is coming into that is, with crypto regulation going forward, is good news.
Isn't all on the back of all of this kind of stuff, and it really does for me cement the fact that you've got a very pro crypto administration, maybe for personal reasons. Let's not kid ourselves. 80% of Donald Trump's wealth alleged.
They're saying 80% of Donald Trump's wealth is in crypto, but I think it's like much less than that. But I think that definitely Trump is going to profit off crypto, either from companies. It's like a business strategy for him. He's not doing it for the sake of meme coins. He's doing it for the sake because he's going to get a big support in the next 3.5 years from crypto people, which is 55 million Americans.
In the minute is in cryptocurrency, so no surprise. But you're now looking to support tax exemptions. But let's kind of break this down in a little bit more detail. This is all part of a bigger view. Tax breaks, all that kind of stuff. Spending cuts, much, much more. But actually, Donald Trump's opposition to a central bank digital currency, and he also reiterating the easing of taxation on every.
So yeah, small taxation, like small transfers, will not cost anything in the U.S. anymore. So for me, that's pretty big news that people have been waiting for in crypto right now. Like people don't want to pay tax when they use their crypto card. They don't want to pay tax when they do any sort of transfer. So this is what people wanted by a long shot, and now Trump is giving it to them. And that's why crypto is pumping, is because all these anti-government stuff, it just got revoked. All this anti-crypto stuff that happened in 2024 that people will hate, gone now. Like got destroyed by the new administration. Like all these crypto rules, crypto transactions.
Everyday crypto transactions through a proposed de minimis exception. What does this mean? Basically, if you're a cryptocurrency investor, holder, all the rest of it, or even just involved at a business level, then you're not going to be taxed as much on transactions as.
Again, this is good because this invites a lot of traders from crypto. It's just a win-win for anyone in crypto, right?
Paying with it. Caroline Levitt, I think, said about how do you get to a world where you're paying for a cup of coffee with cryptocurrency? Well, this is what we were talking about years ago and is finally starting to come to fruition. And actually, they said here, we know we have the votes and we expect to get to the president desk and we're planning a signing ceremony. This piece of legislation is going to make make America the crypto capital of the world. Levitt also spoke to
this is going to be the first of many, in my opinion. The first of many to get accepted and the first of many crypto legislations. I think that the three we got right now are the most important because they're also the first three, and they're kind of setting light to other countries, hey, we're doing something about crypto and you're not. So another important factor.
President support for the $600 de minimis tax exemption on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency transactions. Under current tax rules, even minor purchases made using digital assets are considered taxable events, which is the problem we have here in the UK. We're going the complete opposite way.
Yeah, so Europe and UK are going complete opposite and hating kind of crypto. They want to tax it. They think it's scary. While other big corporations in the US are actually benefiting off it. That's why also part of a reason why XRP is going up.
Though it literally going to tax you to death based on every single transaction, I actually think this is a good news story for the wider market. Certainly globally, I think this is going to be a good news. So all of that, you would kind of go, 2-bit, this is the craziest bull run in the entire world and we're super bullish. All right. Not yet, right? Don't get the party poppers out. Relax. We got some crazier news.
So yeah, the 9 trillion people could set a pension market. This was talked about in his campaign, and I saw that. And if this gets approved, again, people are coming still with details. This just got this is fresh out of the oven news. This is not some old news that we kind of had to scout for. It's literally Trump saying it and just saying all this stuff about crypto every single day. He's the most powerful person and he keeps mentioning crypto 5 times a day. Is he's definitely has a big portfolio of cryptocurrencies. But it's not a bad thing. What would you be more invested in? If you had zero items involved and then you kind of had to be forced to be in it, right? Because it was so big. Or if you invested it and made some money for yourself as well, made some profit. he would be much more incentivized. Like he's much more incentivized if his bags grow as well, along with other holders. Literally everyone in XRP was in profit. At 3.6, everyone was in profit. There was not a single person not in profit yesterday or a few days ago. So, like, that's the thing. Everyone in crypto right now is going to love him.
Bitcoin Standard will go public on the NASDAQ with 30,021 Bitcoin treasury following a Kantar merger. That's right. Not only is now Strategy going to the S&P 500, we are now starting to get Bitcoin treasury companies hitting the NASDAQ. And this is only the...
Yeah, so yeah, more and more regulation will get clear. More crypto companies can move in, more money for crypto. It's just a win-win for everyone, right? So everybody who bought crypto at that point, maybe later on, people will lose money because people will start selling off and whales and all these Trump investors, institution investors will leave. But they know it's easy money for them. Like if they buy before the US government goes big on crypto.
Beginning, by the way, Ethereum treasury companies, watch out. Those things are going to do crazy numbers that people can't even comprehend. And it's all very, very bullish indeed. So lots of positive stuff going on in the market. It is an absolutely great time to be in the market. I've got a banging video coming out for you guys about altcoins that are going to 30x this cycle. You can't.
Yeah, so definitely very bullish. XRP being, here up and down. But the price targets for crypto, again, Trump confirming this, crypto pension means grandpas and grandmas and anyone, that doesn't know something about crypto can basically buy XRP very easily, which is very good. It's much easier for anyone big in crypto to go out there, go buy it and hold it for their grandchildren. So you can literally tell your grandmother, just put your retirement account crypto and I get it tax free or like tax off.
I'm very bullish.
So yeah, Michael Saylor is also very bullish on crypto itself. And the real reason crypto is accelerating in July. This is huge for XRP. Why? Because XRP has actually been seeing a lot of growths. And Michael Saylor actually predicted that this will happen to XRP.
29% a year on average for the next 21 years. And I think what you see is there's the OG crypto advocates who developed a bunch of very strong ideas over the past decade. And there's an emerging class of institutional Bitcoin holders like BlackRock, like the ETFs and like the Bitcoin treasury companies. I'm getting more bullish on that forecast. I think Bitcoin's up 57% a year for the past 4.5 years. Again, that's double the Mag 7. That's quadruple the S&P. That's 8 times real.
Yeah, so that's why institutions want to come into crypto because it's just easier money for them than, kind of risking it if the stock markets will go up.
Estate and bonds are down 4%. So Bitcoin is smashing everything, Joe. On average for the next 20 years.
So yeah, right now buying these institutional coins just makes way more sense.
1-for-1 performance paying 25 basis point fee, no yield. When we issue a $1 billion convertible bond paying 1% interest, we're capturing a 50% premium or 50% type BTC yield on that up front, and then we capture another yield on the back end. So if what you wanted was a sort of a tax deferred yield on your asset, or you wanted to tap into the convertible bond market, like if you wanted to borrow $1 billion for a percent, right, buy Bitcoin with it, hold it for 7 years, you can't do that as an individual, but MicroStrategy can do it.
What have you made? Right now, I think I just saw a headline that $1.2 billion in outflows took place out of the Bitcoin ETF. And I'm curious sort of what you think is going on with the impact of the ETF on the price of Bitcoin.
So exactly, like once the government improves more ETFs, even more Bitcoin will start flowing in and more money will come into like the XRP markets, the Bitcoin markets. This is where most like the big chunk of the money comes from, is actually Bitcoin improving more ETFs, which means more XRP profit.
I think generally it's been a good thing and it's created more demand, but you got to keep in mind that Bitcoin is smart, fast, strong money. you can't teleport your $10 million apartment to Singapore, lever it up 10 to 1, and short $100 million worth of New York real estate. But you can short $100 million worth of Bitcoin by borrowing $10 million. So you have a lot of fast money traders.
That's what people are doing, like big whales. They actually like collaborate and they short billions and billions of Bitcoin. They actually sell it for a very cheap price. So the markets can crash and they profit very much so. That's what also XRP whales are doing. They have $300 million together. They can sell, a very big supply of it, and they go up from there.
A lot of volatility, and that will cause and ripple into volatility in the ETFs. It's the most liquid, fungible, free capital market in the world. Your New York apartment's not fungible. It's not liquid. I can't panic sell it. So when there's a short-term panic, Bitcoin is trading really, really hard.
Isn't it supposed to be the opposite?
Over the long term, it's up 44% a year every year, and you either get 12% from the S&P with VIX vol, or you take 3x the vol to get 44%.
So yeah, they get 300%. If they have 1 million, that's like, for example, $200,000 versus $3 million. Exactly what people did and whales did with the XRP. It was $1. It's now $3.5. So they basically made a run for its money. They made $2.5 million extra. They didn't just invest in Bitcoin, but they just kind of can do anything with this money now. They can pay off employees. They can pay themselves huge salaries. Really just a win for them than a holding like these. You have to realize these big stocks, they are basically trillions is inside. Sometimes it's billions. Sometimes it's multiple of billions. And the stock market is really hard to grow. It's very slow. And the also issue is like crypto right now's adoption has been growing so much faster.
So over the long term, if you're an investor, it's going to be great because it's strong capital. Over the near term, if you're a trader, you get lots of arbitrage opportunities.
Embracing an unyielding enthusiasm for the Bitcoin realm, Saylor and Lee confidently predict that explosive growth is looming on the horizon, as BlackRock and many other crypto giants are doing just that. Lee and Saylor reassure that a long-expected surge awaits. By the end of 2025, there will be 1.1 billion active crypto wallets.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot more in XRP because XRP is actually getting like a similar trading volume to Bitcoin.
Money in the last 4 years. If I had had more Bitcoin, less big tech, I would have made a lot more money. If I had more Bitcoin and less that bond instrument, I would have done better. So these are teaching moments, right? And in any macro panic, the most liquid, leverageable asset is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only thing that you can sell. You can sell it short with 50x leverage on Saturday morning. It's the only thing that you can short 50x on Saturday morning. So when people panic on a weekend or an evening, it's going to be volatile. And if someone wants to sell some financial asset because of some gloom and doom thing that's happened, they're going to go to Bitcoin first because it's the only thing they can trade. And not just trade in the US, trade globally, worldwide. And so it is volatile because it is useful, and it will be in times of panic and contraction. It will correlate for a short moment with other assets, but then it will bounce back.
Exactly. That's what's happening right now with the XRP markets. Even the XRP coin falls down, it literally recovers the next day. It goes back up.
Going to issue $21 billion of equity is because the investors understand. They're on the journey with us, and we keep recruiting new investors. And I think there was some stat that I heard from an investment bank. They said, last year, your company was like 16% of all the equity raised in the stock market or something. So, we're not half, but the point is one company out of 5,000 companies that is raising, 16% of the capital on the market suggests that there are a lot of equity investors that are discovering what we're doing. And,
Yeah, so big investors are coming into crypto. That's the big thing about crypto right now is big investors will buy more XRP. So guys, also smash that like button if you like that.
By the buying pressure.
We have much more happening basically in the next
Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy.
So yeah, it does seem like Tom Lee has also been talking about how, you know, XRP will grow. And, you know, the treasuries, Tom Lee has been very bullish on treasuries.